Alright, time to get serious. Get all the laughing and fucking joking around. Excuse my language. All the fucking joking around. This is the simple reason why I feel Shakur-Valdez is going to pull off the motherfucking upset. You know what I mean? He's going to pull out the victory from the motherfucking bag, and it's going down. Fuck! I did it again. Anyways.
I'm not looking to go in there and let's go tick for tag. You hit me, I hit you. Let's see who the tougher fighter. Nah, I'm going in there to pick him apart. I'm going in there to mentally drain him. I don't think he ever been in front of a fighter like me. Like, I think this is his first time being in there with somebody with my type of skills. And as the fight go on, I want him to mentally quit.
I seriously doubt that would happen. I think one of my biggest things that I've had is my mindset. And I've never quit. I'm not a quitter. I'm always gonna push it to the maximum. And for me to be mentally drained,
that right there.
My mindset.
How he said it though.
I've never quit.
One more time. See how he said it?
I'm always gonna push it to the. I seriously doubt that would happen. I think one of my biggest things that I've had.
So Shakur said, I'm gonna make you quit basically. And he said, I seriously doubt that's gonna happen. I feel like that response is the reason and the key of why Valdez is gonna win. He's gonna pull out the victory from that fucking bag that everybody already gave to Shakur, you know what I mean? Which I understand, seriously. I truly understand. I'm gonna keep this strictly about the title. So that's the reason why, man. I feel like Shakur-Valdez is gonna be using fear. You know what I mean? He's gonna be using fear. Question. You know, but basically that those fearful feelings that you get from question, you know what I mean? Doubt, whatever you want to say. I feel like that's what's he's gonna be. I feel like that's what's gonna tip it over. I really do, because I think like most people would agree. Most people know. Most people experience. Most people heard that a person going into a fight, when he's a little scared, he actually is a better fighter than if he would be to be like more overly confident or too relaxed and shit. That's a symptom of being overly confident, too relaxed. And I feel quicker to just give it up and say there's another day to fight. Because I know I'm better. I didn't this time around. I overthought. I overthought it. You know what I mean? I gave myself a little too much. I assumed I was already gonna win. Like, so fuck it. I'm already down. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna watch. It's going down. The rematch. I'm gonna whoop ass because I'm not gonna overlook anybody. So I feel like that's how people get in trouble for overlooking people and shit. I feel like that's what comes into play and shit. You're a lot easier to just concede for the next fight because you feel in your heart that the next fight, when you give it your all, you have no chance to lose. I feel like I feel like obviously when it's the opposite, when you have a little when you're afraid, when you're fearful or you're afraid, and you're not thinking about the next fight. You're thinking about, am I going to survive this fight? You know what I mean? Like, shit. So you're like ultra focused, and there's I'm pretty sure, like typically I would have went into like the whole scientific part and shit, because I'm pretty sure there's like the being in a fearful state, and an afraid state causes you to be more focused, like releases some type of chemicals and all kinds of shit, so I'm pretty sure even scientifically they probably even also say lean towards you want to be, you'd probably be better off to be a little more like kind of afraid and shit, you know what I mean, like, oh shit, because they're already in the fight. It's much different in this situation, so I feel like that right there alone is gonna make the difference, and I feel like that's the reason why Shakur-Valdez is gonna win, because of that. I truly believe that too. I swear. I think that Shakur's Shakur is like I pretty much, you know, like the scenario earlier. I think Shakur, he's gonna find himself like a little too behind. So mentally, he's gonna be like, all right, man, like damn, like, I overlooked this dude. Like I knew because I feel like from how he's talking, he may not be working, or he might not feel like he's working as hard. He might feel like everything's still, you know, there. You know what I mean? Like he's still doing what he needs to do to beat Oscar Valdez. But I feel like there's still he's not tapping into that next, you know, that next kind of like phase in a sense, you know, that because he believes already too much he's gonna win. And I feel like obviously I think that's a part of his youth too, you know, like just the way he speaks, you know what I mean, you can tell it's in a youthful manner, in a youthful way, you know, he's young, you know what I mean. So that's another reason why I feel like, you know, like it's the polar opposites, you know what I mean. You got, you know, you got one in Shakur that's a little too, he's a little too much belief in the victory already. You know what I mean? He believes, he already seen it. You know, he believes it too much already. And then the other one, which is Oscar, doesn't, you know, he's like, man, I might lose and shit. You know what I mean? So that's gonna obviously bring out a little bit of like, you know, like those fearful feelings out of Oscar, and then the opposite with Shakur, he might just be like, it might make him more more relaxed or whatever, you know. Just so I feel like, you know, and when we see this, we see, you know, and we see this all the time in boxing, obviously, right? You know, people that get a little too overconfident, a little too cocky, you know, too cocky, too overconfident, or whatever it may be. We see that a lot in boxing, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna really, it's gonna play a significant role in this fight, like it has in many fights before, and like it hasn't in many fights before. I'm sure, you know what I mean. I'm thinking of this one, it's gonna rear its little ugly head. You know, well, depending on whose side you land, whose side you're going for, you know, and where it lands, you know, because some people will be gonna be happy, and some people will be like heck, no, not happy, you know. If this plays out this way, you know what I mean. Obviously, it could be. Obviously, it's so many scenarios that can play out. You know what I mean, from knockouts to everything. But I'm just saying, I feel like Oscar's gonna win it. Oscar Valdez is gonna win it because he's gonna be fighting with a little bit more fear. He's gonna be using the tool of fear a little more. You know what I mean? So I felt like I was like, man, I mean, put those thoughts out, see if anybody agrees. You know what I mean? So thank you for rolling with the punches. I will see you on the next one, which will probably be like immediately, because I got a couple more thoughts. But it's already 7:44, 45, 46. Bus.